Hey, everybody. Welcome. I am finally back to my normal routine. Trying my best to keep up with everything, but I am practically caught up now with all the Foodie Beauty stuff that's been happening in the Foodie Burst, except for what Nader exactly said about one of his ex mods. I'd like to thank everybody. Please smash the like button. That would be great. I would really appreciate that. And also, Foodie Beauty said a lot of things about herself and I guess now her pregnancies that if you're going to come up and talk on the panel about that, please make sure you're talking in a very sensitive and respectful manner. I would really appreciate that. I don't got to agree with you, but we can all speak with respect when it comes to certain things that might be triggering to others. Just keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind that if I do put up a super chat, super sticker, then please let me read it because I gotta read it. People are wanting to pay for me to read that, so that would be great. We got CASJ Walker. We had Andrea. I guess Andrea's gonna come back soon. Maybe she's having some connectivity problems. So if you want to come up, Hippie Easta, if you want to come up as well, I'll put you up. And CA, I'll put you on SJ Walker. I'll put you in 10 seconds. So, SJ, if you want to turn off your camera, go ahead. Hi there, Marie. Welcome, everybody. Once again, smash that like button. Hey, MCM, Murder Carmaven, what's up? All right, SJ Walker, I have you on.
Hey, everyone.
Hey,
There.
guys.
Hello, CA.
Hey. I realized that I probably watch a little too much of this content when I found myself at like 6 in the morning doing my morning routine and just listening to DLF in my headphones. just raw dogging DLF in the morning just because I ran out of stuff. I was
Oh,
like,
really?
I was
Oh man,
like,
I'm scared because
and yeah,
DLF
I
is
was
gonna
worried.
sue me.
Yeah, I was worried. I was like, okay, so I haven't seen Monty in like a long time, and now there's DLF here talking about lawyers, and I'm like, uh-oh, should I start to get worried?
Yeah, man.
I think he's getting that from Chantal. Honestly,
Yeah, you think so?
like Chantal.
Well, he said I've been talking to Chantal, and I told her, she could have case too because, she's in Canada and maybe it's easier for her to. I'm like, oh, now you want her to do your work for you?
I guess so. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. DLF is on my case with a case. and a
But he has to
lawyer,
pay money. He has to pay
right?
money, so he doesn't want to do it.
That's, well, I don't know. He wants people to pay for him, or maybe
Yeah,
that's
oh yeah,
his.
anybody want to pony up the
Yes, yeah.
$500?
Plus $100 because
Oh,
it
right,
since
right,
I'm in
right.
Canada, it's plus
Yeah.
another 100, so
Yeah.
$600 to take me to court because I've
Yeah.
been slandering allegedly.
And we're all responsible too.
Yes, yes, exactly, right?
All the people in chat.
So a lot of has been said. Who was that guy that Foodie Beauty said she was with between Pete's and BB? Was it Manzi? I think that was the name, right? Does anybody remember? Was it Manzi? Well, she said a lot of things because I had to watch last night and I had to watch this morning because I was away. So, like, that's over 7 hours to catch up with. So,
Well, I figured that we wouldn't see you because you were in and out. And so I was like, well, I'm definitely not going to just watch her sit there for 80 hours. I have a life too. So I just kind of here and there got little snippets like from other channels and stuff. And I don't know, like
yeah, it's
that was the,
Manzi.
oh,
It was
okay.
Manzi.
That was the one part, the piece of it that I missed. But I thought it was so interesting that right before you kind of took your hiatus, we were discussing the whole not fertility, the having children stuff, and then all of a sudden she's talking about this other incident that happened, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Indeed.
Right.
So a little, but yet a lot has happened. Like I said, I still haven't watched Nader's stream. I did take a look at certain things that he was saying. I don't know which X mod he gave away, but yeah, people are confirming in the chat it was Manzi, kind of like Madzi, kind of like Monty mixed together. It's Manzi was
When
the
you said
guy,
Manzi, I was like, that's who came to mind. I was like,
right?
Madzi, what, he got her knocked up? What? Where's he? He's really getting around.
Right?
That's how he knows what to talk about because he gets all the information firsthand.
Mm-hmm. The Rose Talk says in FFG's chat they were saying Dede lost her job. Oh,
Um,
really?
the mod I was in FFG's thing for a while too, and I heard it was Kelly something. I don't know.
Kelly L got doxxed. Okay, so Kelly L was the mod that got doxxed. That's the same Kelly L that he threw underneath the bus when he said, "Oh, Kelly L gave me the idea." Well, she April Fool's joked you, and then you got an idea to April Fool's joke people on a very serious matter. That's not exactly giving you idea. That's joking around with you, and then you take it in a very scheming and malicious way. So it's a lot
I
different.
I couldn't understand a thing he was saying in the recaps that I was watching. So I started to watch Mo, where she had the subtitles up, but I was too busy. I was in and out. But it just looked like garbage. I was just like, ugh, yuck, what he was doing to, was it Kelly or one of his old mods?
Kelly L.
Yeah, how he doxed her and he was trying to, I don't know, it was really gross. I mean, like
Okay, I
everything he
see.
does is gross.
Okay, so what was Kelly L doing in FFG chat? What was she saying? I have no idea. Let me hear from what the chat is saying. Once again, if you want to come up and speak, then I'll post the link in the chat right now. I really want to. And how do people know that Dede lost her job? Another thing, Dede should kind of expect that that was going to happen, right? I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but it was plausible that she would kind of lose her job based on
She's so
all the shit
stupid. She's
that
so
she was.
stupid. I mean, like the first thing, like if you, I'm sorry, Monty,
Go
go ahead.
ahead. No, 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 that's all
No,
right.
I was just gonna say, like, if you're doxxed, like if I was doxxed and my job was doxxed, I would be so freaked out. I would like pull myself from the internet and the world like forever. And she knew that that was going on. She been knew. She knew that was like months that they had her job information and they had their eye on her, and now she's like, I don't know. She's just she's complicit.
Yeah, I think she should have understood that she could lose her job, and then what are you gonna have? You won't be able to take care of Nader if you don't got a job, a good paying job. He's just gonna
Good.
move on to the next person. So Katrina
Good, yeah.
C and a lot of people are saying it wasn't Kelly L, it was Kelly Denny that got doxxed.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Thanks for the
Yeah.
clarification. Michael F says the Walmart swindler strikes again. Exactly.
Right?
Hey, Ashley Sharp, what's up? She has a new post. Okay, I did see the last one. She also was talking about what was it? Something glucose. Who was she going at? Glucose gorgeous. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
About glucose? Oh, OMG! I leave for literally a day. Then I get Roman L. Roman song. I came, I saw, I came, I saw. You kn- I'm like, oh MG, really, Roman? You know what I'm talking about, right? CA?
Yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm so
It's
embarrassed
catchy.
that I know about all this
Right. I
crap.
came, I saw, I came, I saw.
There's something, what is wrong with this man? This individual? Is he okay? Somebody needs to go check on him.
But
Talk about welfare check.
it's getting the views though. That's the thing. It's getting the views. And if it's gonna get the views, he's gonna continue doing it.
Well, he'll do whatever. We
Right?
already know this. Everybody, it's
Yeah.
so everybody in Shantopolis, which I love to call it, everybody will do anything, I've learned.
Yeah, I guess so. So we had two posts in 9 minutes from Chantal. So okay, so this whole glucose gorgeous thing, you know what? Let's continue talking. I'm gonna save this and then maybe I think it's on Twitter because it's at Foodie Beauty OG. So let me go to my Twitter. Let's continue the conversation and then we'll pull this up because she's going at Glucose Gorgeous because Glucose Gorgeous said or has been making videos and she had some words. Let's just put it that way. So let me load that up. Let's see. Look at her tweets. Okay, here I got it. So this is what she said. Let me share my screen and I will put that up on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So she said this to Glucose Gorgeous. Some fatties with no self esteem who shit on other online fatties like Amberlane and myself, but have no ovaries to post themselves in their videos other than this one filtered pic from 10 years ago. Fix your eyebrows and shut the F up. And that was posted 7:28 a.m. today, April 11, 2022 EDT. So glucose this person was, let me make sure I get it right. It was Glucose Gorgeous. She's on Twitter and she's on YouTube and she does videos on Nader, Amberlin, and Foodie Beauty. So Foodie Beauty is coming at her.
Is she talking about someone else's eyebrows? For real? I'm
What?
sorry. I mean, like, that's so crazy. What is glucose? Wait, so what is Glucose Gorgeous doing again?
She makes videos. You know what? Let me look up her channel because remember, folks, I'm just getting back, so all this information is coming out. Maybe I should sing the jingle while I'm at it. I came, I saw, I came,
I
I
came,
saw.
I saw the new smash hit of
Right,
2022.
right. Sick beats.
I don't want to talk about Roman, but like remember when Foodie Beauty she said it's stuck with me for days where she's like his hair is like evaporating. And I don't know why it just stuck in my head, and she's like, that's one thing that made me laugh when she was like, his hair, I don't know, his hair is like evaporating.
Oh, and that made you laugh real hard.
It made me laugh because like I don't know, like she likes to go off on people and she calls them out, but it never makes sense. But when she said that, I'm like, it does kind of look like that.
Okay, I see. So Kelly L says this to clarify. I sent a prank text, said April Fools right after. Apparently that sparked an idea for him to play a prank. Was not my idea to pretend he got arrested. That's exactly what I said. It wasn't her idea. Just because you pull a April Fool's joke on somebody doesn't mean that now that you're making or doing something that's rather in poor taste, their idea. So I hate when he was that it really put a bad taste in my mouth. If you did something wrong and then it pissed off your audience, then that's on you. Own
He's
up to
never
it.
gonna admit he's wrong. He's
Right,
never gonna do
exactly.
any of that stuff.
Ray Ray, come on. Come on down, Ray Ray. You know, Price is Right.
I'm surprised he hasn't started yelling like Chantal. Like, don't like it, don't watch.
Right? Well, he was doing
Yeah.
that, wasn't he? When people were coming at him the next day after the prank, and he was saying like all sorts of
Oh.
mean, nasty things and telling people and calling people the B word.
I haven't been hearing yelling so much when I've been finding some of the stuff on him, but I don't know.
Right, exactly. All right, Andrea, you're on.
Hey Monty, hey panel.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Hey,
Hey.
you guys are just like saying everything that I've been saying. Nader's pretty disgusting. It was just
Really?
Nader's
No, not our
disgusting.
Nader.
Nader, he just came to a new level of gross. And
He's
he
such
just
a nice guy, though.
you just don't expect
You
it
just
from a
don't
guy
know
like
him.
that. You just don't see it coming. I had no idea.
You don't know the real him.
I don't know him behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, he's a sweetheart.
Oh dear. I was so shocked. And you know what's also so amazing about all of this is how suddenly Chantal has no opinion about Nader, how she suddenly just can't talk about Nader. This thing is so serious between us. Yeah.
Right. This is a bad replay. How many times are people gonna fall for this or put up with this crap? Seriously, she's done this the exact same time every single time.
Yes.
Even to the T. I've said the
it's
same
still
thing.
going.
Yeah, I've said. Remember when I say she had to own up to it, and the next day after a rage or her owning up to something, what does she do? Cook and or clean? What was she doing today?
She was cooking.
Exactly. And how many times have I been saying the same thing for months? Every single time after a rage or something happens, she will cook or clean.
This game's getting frustrating.
And then it was just like slop. For every iteration we get on the round, like it just gets lazier and lazier. She was chopping vegetables last time. This time she was just opening up cans, and it was like a mound of mush. And she called it shepherd's pie.
Yeah, her so-called shepherd's pie.
It's like she's on some kind of reincarnation circle in hell or something. I'm like, girl, do you not see that you're like, this is hell? You're repeating the same day over and over again. And it's like, I knew. Oh, sorry.
No, this is just a tiny little aside. Do you really think she's lost her sense of taste?
Oh, absolutely not.
No. Not especially not since she was like eating, because like if I remember correctly, she was like eating and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, now I lost my sense of taste. Like
it was randomly it was so sudden.
It was after she watched Monty After Dark, and we're like, what happened to her sense of taste? Isn't she is supposed to be gone? Because usually it is gone, right?
I think it was literally moaning over food.
I thought it was because of her Coke, being on what again, like Coke and whatever else. I don't know, but I don't know.
I'm not a food addict. I wanted to bedazzle my eyelashes. I wanted some jewels on my eyelashes when I had COVID. I mean,
man, I thought that was extra glue on her lashes at first. I didn't know that those were jewels until like someone pointed it out.
Oh, baby, you didn't blend that. I'm not a food addict, but if I lost my sense of taste, I would be freaking out. I'd be like, I can't taste it. Oh my God, is it gonna come back? You guys, when is it gonna come back? Like I would be losing my ish, and I'm not.
Well, my friend lost her taste, but she says it's coming back. So.
Oh, that's
well.
Good.
I know even when because I haven't had COVID. Knock on wood, I have wood right here. But even like when I get a cold, because every time like I get a cold, I lose like my sense of smell and taste. And even with just a cold for me, I'm like, oh my God, like I just feel like it's not good. So yeah, I feel like she would be freaking out if she had lost her sense of taste, because for her that's important for her.
It
Yeah,
is.
like, and that's good to know that it comes back for when we all eventually get it.
Oh, y'all missed the eyelash jewels. There's an X mod. Someone's saying that they are an X mod for Nader in the chat. Do you want to come on the panel? You don't have to. I'm just asking. But like, Chantal is so transparent, and she's so unpredictable. Which is why I said nobody ever needs to call around, because when Nader made his post that he was in a hotel, him and his two brain cells probably thought, I could turn this into content. I'm in a hotel. I could make it seem like I am not with Dede or Chantal, and I could pretend just like he made up that Ashley nonsense. I was just kind of like, it was so obvious he was lying. It was so obvious what they were doing.
The
It's like,
self-awareness on him is just like non-existent. I'm like, dude, everybody sees through you, and like you're like, it's like, and yet people still give him money. So like, what do I know, right?
right?
It's nuts. It's nuts. He's a
And
buffoon.
the way he uses the people he was so lucky to have a community, to have a group of people that supported him. People don't know how fortunate they are.
Yeah, especially how it's harder on YouTube these days to even garner 1,000 subs, and he got it so fast, and he got like hundreds of people watching him so fast that he just doesn't understand how many years it takes other people to even build up to that level.
Right.
Totally.
And he's so impaired. He can't see. He can't do social media. He had all kinds of folks doing things for him just because they wanted to support him, and he treated them like crap. He treated them like actual crap. And
if you go back,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, go. Sorry. I was just gonna say, if you go back to his first video and then you go to like his most recent video where he's like raging at random people on the internet, it's like, whoa, dude, your mask fell hard.
Oh yeah.
And it fell quickly too. I mean, like, you
hard.
could just tell from what Chantal says, like, within the first day they were having crackhead fights,
The first night, she said the first night they did 6 rails of coke. A mysterious meth pipe appeared. It wasn't his though. It wasn't his.
I'm just holding it for a friend, Mom. God.
Was not his. It was someone's that lived there. And then it's like some guy threw $50 at her. She should have took that $50 just because she showed everybody those things for free. So if she had done it then, she would at least gotten $50 out of it. But I mean, she had so many reasons to just roll up out of this relationship from night one. But the point is, she came back and told us all about it. And so that's why we never needed anybody like to confirm anything for us, because we got the pattern. Like once she deceived us a couple of times, maybe a lot of people had Chantal's number from the start with Nader, but she's pretty traceable at this point. And I mean, Chantal.
I haven't gotten a lot of joy. Like the Cuba trip was so much fun to watch, but then like Monty said, she totally ruined it.
She did.
Like toward the end. Like I was having so much fun with Agatha, and she came over and she was like, and dick and balls, and Chantal goes, Wait, did you just say dick and
she
balls?
said dick and balls. She sure did. I was like, okay, Agatha.
Wait, did you just say dick and balls? And she's like, yes, dick and balls. What? Why shouldn't I say dick and balls? Oh my god!
Isn't that what people say on the YouTubes?
What? Why not the dick and balls?
So it was just like she meets these really, the only person that wanted to be on her live stream was Agatha. I mean, so many people she
was charming. She was almost charming on that trip. Like she was like talking to people in a way that I couldn't talk to people,
right?
And
right?
I don't even have social anxiety, but you couldn't find me like having random conversations with people. I would be too nervous.
Agatha had a zest for life that Chantal needed.
Totally, and she should have just kept in touch, and she ended on a high note instead of just coming back to the old drudgery of her toxic cycle.
Man, she should have made friends with Agatha. Like she should have been talking to Agatha like every day.
Yeah, they could have gone out and partied together. It probably wasn't that much different than whatever secret creepy threesomes she's got going on with Nader.
And like, didn't she tell her she was going on like an excursion and like asking her if she wanted to come, but she like wouldn't go with her or something like that?
Yeah, but that was the night that Renier was supposed to come back to the room for some boom boom.
I also remember Agatha never invited her though. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to town," and that was it. She never like asked Chantal if she wanted to go with her or anything, which to me says a lot.
You really think it wasn't like a signal, but like, come, just say you want to come too? I don't know.
Nah, it was kind of like, yeah, I'm going somewhere, but I kind of don't want you to come with. That's the vibes I got from it.
So, can somebody tell me why Preep is saying that Dede lost her job? I have no idea.
I haven't heard anything about that. Just like
clue.
last night, people were saying Nader, the cop. Well, I think it was last night. People were saying the cops went to Nader's. Where'd they get that from? Like, I don't understand where people are getting this information.
You know,
she did lose her job. I mean, she better hustle. She better hustle to keep her man.
I think Dede's just fine. I think people are, until the farms shows us some proof. Because they have all the proof. I don't think Dede is okay though. She has this gremlin living in her house for whatever reason.
Gremlin.
Totally.
I mean, man,
don't feed him after midnight.
Right? Don't get it wet.
Too late.
What was the third one? Sunlight, right? Was it wet? Don't feed after midnight. Then was it sunlight or something like that?
Well, that's true then, because he doesn't ever do anything during the day. So there you go.
And if he does, it's always like cloudy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know, Dede. We haven't seen her in a while, so maybe she isn't okay.
You know, it's really interesting. You just don't understand. Like, I don't understand why a woman would do that. I really don't. You know, in my mind, I'm thinking, what was Dede's angle from the start? I always thought she was, you know, she said she was a VIB or whatever, and she was like in Chantal's chat or whatever, but I just think she straight up hates Chantal. I don't think she was ever a fan of Chantal. I think she's like...
Well, we've seen what links these women go to, you know, SHIT on her life, her real life. So who knows?
Somebody's saying now Dede has a black eye. I have no idea where this is coming from.
Yeah, people were saying that last night too. And I never, because like I watched, this morning I was watching, I think, Damn It, Danny. I was watching somebody's video. And she never even got shown. So how did this black eye come about? Like, people are making such big conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I heard it on FFG's chat. I was so confused.
Well, yeah, because has anybody even seen her?
Nader's gonna lose another tooth. I know that. I don't see her. I don't see that happening without, like, you know.
That tooth came out in his bad cooking. He cooked something and it was too hard, and he
probably ate it.
Fell right
like
out.
That hard ass carrot.
Reabsorb the protein back into his body. He needs it.
He just grows another one like a shark.
Like lizards grow their tails back. He grows his teeth back.
Sunshine Granny was saying something. Did I see your comment? I did not.
Just type it again, Sunshine Granny, because it's hard to scroll.
Exactly. All right, Ray's back. Hey, welcome back.
Hey, Ray.
All right. So, what else is there to talk about? We touched a little bit on Roman. So Roman keeps making the videos. Like I said, he's gonna keep making them because people are viewing them. Some people like them. Some people find them offensive. But he's gonna keep doing it because he's garnering some a following with those. So we'll see what happens. Is all I have to say.
He doesn't
Welcome
have a
back,
lot
Rory.
left. He's got to use it while he can.
Well, yeah, CA. Plus, if you build up an audience on that, then you can kind of transition into other things, right?
What is he going to transition into?
I don't know.
His like editing
Workouts.
skills are atrocious.
True. Fiend Dragon, I
Doesn't
said the same thing. That Dede is like a Ghislaine Maxwell level type of stuff. And
Yes.
yeah, you're right.
Yes.
I have to agree with that. I really do, because nothing makes sense. Like I go back to it. If somebody said the things about my mom that Chantal said about Dede's mom, everybody would know.
Chantal was talking smack about her mom, but she was the one filming her mom and putting it on the internet.
Well, it's because of Nader. Nader wanted to do that, so Nader did that.
I know, but he's she's pushing 50, and Nader's vampire old, so
Nader's 50 himself. Nothing wrong with being 50, but he's not 40.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, hard 40.
Oh boy,
that's a rough 40. Ugh.
If he's 40, I'll eat a pack of cookies in his honor. But I just don't think anything about this situation is normal, is good. I do think it's definitely a Ghislaine Max. I can't say that lady's name. What's her name? Ghislaine. How do you say it? Ghislaine.
You're saying it right.
Okay.
Maxwell. Yeah.
It's an unfortunate pronunciation. I don't like saying jizz in any fashion, but she is. Dede's on something else. Like, something is not right. Something is off about that whole scenario, because the way she swooped in, and then she was like, she just, who wants to be in this guy's orbit? Chantal we have some idea, because we know their relationship started with drugs and Tinder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's creepy. She creeps me out for sure.
She gives you bad vibes.
Ghislaine.
Yeah, she totally creeps me out. Just the way she talks about it. She's like, "Oh, I'm just a nice lady. We're just friends. I'm just helping him out. Oh, they really like your food. They really like it." It's like, when Chantal said the thing about how they were creepy swingers, I was like, well, that I actually believe. Like, I totally believe that. If you've seen real life swingers, which I've watched, probably way too many documentaries on the people in the fringes of society, and I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
Well, it's fascinating, because you don't want to be in that situation, but it's curiosity, right? So
yeah,
I just think
Ghislaine.
I just I don't get it. That guy's in her house, and she can't just put him out now, because how long has he been there?
Oh, wow. It all depends, because are we going to say from the first time he was ever there, as counting as him living there, or when he said that he was moving and staying there for a little while?
And
you wouldn't catch me cooking.
Well, whatever he can legally say that he now lives there. He legally now lives there. Let's just put it that way. So she's gonna be in a lot of crap if she thinks she can just put him out. She has to do it the way where it's through the legally, is what I have to say.
And do you guys think that the whole feeding of the mom was? I thought that was creepy as AF.
I did not watch it, because
I didn't watch it either.
I saw a freeze frame of it, and the freeze frame gave me it haunted my brain.
It's a cursed image.
It's a cursed image.
Cursed.
I was like, oh no, my eyeballs. I just thought about it. And then somebody said it was rice pudding, which is a food that you don't want to think about old people eating.
Well, that lady could feed herself.
I'm not making anyone mad, but seriously, I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. It was so yucky.
Now, see, for me, if somebody were to be like, oh yeah, my boyfriend or whatever you want to call him, like, oh, he went with me and he fed my mom, and like that was a story I heard or whatever, I'd be like, oh, that's so sweet. But the fact that it's Nader and they filmed the whole thing is just gross.
It is. It's all a publicity stunt. Just like we would have never known that Chantal was meeting him in that hotel had he not gone live and told that gigantic lie he did. I have a girlfriend. No, you don't. No, she's 160 pounds and she has long hair. Like you don't have anybody. You can't afford that hotel. Like you're telling all these extravagant lies, but everybody knew.
Like, sir, that girlfriend is your sugar mama.
Yeah, and it's getting people to watch them. And like, when I talk to people in my personal life about this mess, which I can only talk to like 1 or 2 people, because they're like, well, why doesn't she just tell the truth? It's like, because that's not going to make people watch or throw money or whatever you want to call it,
It won't. It won't.
I honestly think that at this point, it's kind of just like, I honestly don't think it's just for the money. I think like at this point, it's just like she's done this for so long that's just like, that's just her life now. Like, I think she would, even if she wanted to like not lie and do this, I think it would be so hard because she's done this for so long. It's her life. It's like what she's used to now, basically.
Well, she's an addict, and she said it before. There's some level of self-awareness with her that is maybe not there for him, but she is completely addicted to the drama, the whatever you want to call it, the drama, the drugs, and this has been talked about on here a billion times, but so I'm not saying anything new, but the cycle is maybe another addiction.
Nana, it's the feeling of fresh
So what do you think is next?
The feeling of freshness.
That scared me, I'm not gonna lie.
It's a feeling of fresh.
Oh, she's posting stuff on her community tab. What is she saying?
It's been quite a few things about the giveaway, like the first Travel Bees giveaway, and at the end talking about she's gonna spray it with microban because she has, the vid, and then somebody asked her to put a wig on her fupa, and then she says, "Stop asking me to put things on my fupa, lol," like 24 minutes ago, and then.
I'm sorry, I can only think about the cat merkin thing that we made up like a few months ago.
Oh, you mean when Dragon on Frodo? You know what a merkin is, right? It's for your
merkin.
Yes, you know what that is, right?
She's so.
I was gonna say,
please stop asking me to put things on my fupa.
I have a couple comments about him, but I'll wait because, yeah.
Is DLF still free? When are they taking him to jail?
No, he said he had was gonna talk to his lawyer, so I guess he's talked to his lawyer today. And
I watched him leave a lot of voicemails.
Yeah.
His lawyer, his poor lawyer.
That poor man.
You know what? One of the things that gets me is I can't remember where it was at, but somebody had shown that he commented on one of Chantal's posts or something and mentioned like, oh, by the way, like I'm going through legal stuff, this and that. And then mentioned that like since Pete's is trans, that if anybody misgenders him, that she can sue him. So does that mean that I can sue DLF for calling me trans and a thing? Does that mean that that's something I can do? Because
Chantal is completely ignorant of the law, because if you misgender someone, it's not a suable offense, because everybody has to learn. It takes people time. And he himself has said that his pronouns have not changed. So I don't know what she's talking about. But Pete's has no room to talk about anyone with his just racist, ignorant ass comments all the damn time. So, if that were true, Ray, I mean, just go for it. Is that Ray? Did Ray say that?
Yeah, it was kind of like a joke. I just thought it was funny because because on his live, he was calling me a thing and that, I had my, wee cut off because he assumes that I'm transgender. I guess I look transgender. I don't know. And so I just thought it was funny that he had told Chantal that they would have a case if somebody misgendered Pete's, but like he obviously did the same to me. So maybe I have a case.
You're so ignorant.
Yeah, because if you have short hair, you're obviously
That's
identifying as
disgusting.
something else.
Right. Sunshine Granny says, I just reheard Chantel tell her guy lineup. At 15, lost virginity to Christian. 21, I remember that. She was talking about that. Had two abortions, first Pete's, and then second Manzi, then met BB. Thank you, Sunshine Granny. Appreciate this. Yeah, so that's exactly how it went. She talked about Manzi yesterday, and she talked about wanting to be with this Christian guy at when he was 21 and she was 15, and she was wanting to be pregnant by him, and she really hoped that he would get her pregnant. Like, did you guys hear that on her yesterday's 4 hour stream?
Yeah, that creeped me out so much.
She seems like the type of. I mean, well, the guy was the predator in that situation. So you know, we have to strike that one up. That was not Chantal's. She wasn't in the driver's seat on that situation, but
Is that the French guy? I thought that he was
No,
older.
yeah, the French guy
No,
was
this
like
is a
40.
different
the French
guy.
guy was like 40.
Yeah. So this was the Christian guy.
Christian was, well, you know, he was 21, she was 15. He should have moved on. He should have stopped coming around the high school. But yeah, I mean, well, I forgot what I was gonna say. Chantal was just, I think she was just trying to, you know, share some part about her past that she's already told, so people would stop pestering her about Nader. That's all. But she's the type that lies about. I can see her lying to some man about a pregnancy just to, you know, for attention or to try to trap him, or
I just
you
think
know.
that's so weird that we were just talking about that on the panel. And then was it like the next day that she brought it up?
Well, we know she watches, so
It was just so interesting. I said, like, well, that was the only time that I felt bad was because when, you know, we're talking about, you know, a woman choosing to have a baby, and it's like, I don't know. It's interesting. And I think about that a lot about when I watch her about, you know, when she said the thing that happened with her and Pete's, and, you know, that's what I would be interested to know. She should do a story time and go into detail about what happened, because, you know, I've seen other YouTubers talk about their experience with that, and, you know, they'll make like a 45-minute video and they'll be concise, and, you know, it really kind of like opens a creator up to their audience.
oh
And like
yeah.
that would have been a good idea to do that when it happened, not to have it just as like oh, and by the way, this happened, and anyway, and it's like, no, like that's something that a lot of women could, you know, listen to or whatever. But of course it's Chantal.
I mean, no women should be listening to her for advice. I mean,
True, but
she,
an experience is
yeah,
different, and if you
yeah,
hear that, you know, and you're like, oh, like I also had to go through that, and let me
yeah.
hear this one it could have like gone in such a healthier direction.
She had so many opportunities to not be a total trash ball and to
Totally.
contribute something to the
And she still has time. She still has time to. So stay tuned, right?
Honestly,
Mm.
at this point, I don't think she can recover from where she's at. Yeah, like you guys said, she had the opportunity, but at this point, I don't think she can come back and gain serious viewers, because
She's made herself, I mean, you know, the stuff that she does, like the whole thing with the dress with the cutouts. I mean, she knew like that was going to, I mean, Rose Thorne said it. She knew people were going to get talking about her and her roles and all of that. And she just wanted to, you know, oh yeah, Allie Lou, if you want to come on, I can come off if we need to make space.
Actually, I have to dip out. I don't want to, but I have to dip out and take care of my stuff here. So I'm going to be listening in, but thanks guys.
Bye.
All right, take
Bye.
care. Bye. Have a good one. Perfectly imperfect side. Everyone say hi to Chantel, because we all know she's creeping. Indeed.
well,
All right,
isn't she
Ali
live
Lou.
right now?
Yeah, but I think what's happening is that she probably was watching for a little bit and then went live. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
she still does the passive aggressive thing where if she sees that you're live and she doesn't like the content, she'll go live as well to try and take away views. But French Fry Girl is live as well. So right now she's only has like less than 500 people watching her, and French Fry Girl has 2.6K. So it never works for her, but
It
she's
never
probably gonna,
works.
yeah.
It never does. And Chantal is at a place in her life where if she had a plan, if she could plan some things out, you know, when and how people went live would not bother her. She hates the fact that she's so transparent. I mean, you know, she's so predictable. Really the only thing that she doesn't need to plan are her cycles, you know. And you know, her parents failed her completely. I'm in that bandwagon. Her parents failed her completely, because if there was a 21-year-old guy even looking in my direction, I had my dad, who was just crazy. I mean, he was a shotgun guy. He was down on the porch with a shotgun. Why are you looking at my kids? Why are you looking at my yard? Don't even look at my house. Carry on, sir. You know, he was that kind of guy. And if she didn't have like that dad presence, you know, she did have a grandma and she did have a mom, and they were just not playing that. They were not playing just these grown people sniffing around their teenage kids. And my parents had 3 in the same, like one year younger than the last. And so it, you know, she was failed. I'm going to say that, but she's an adult now, and she's failing herself. She won't take responsibility for her mental health, and that's going to be the biggest issue. Is she's going to stay in this cycle. Buddha Betch has already said it. She's going to stay like this. I'm just waiting for the next rage. I mean, I'll be so interested to see if she goes somewhere else. Like, I want that. I want her to go somewhere else. Like, don't go back to Cuba. You know?
Absolutely. I want to see her make her, like, I generally want to see her go to India and then just her mind just completely break. She'll have this, she what she thinks India looks like is what she thinks like looks like in Bollywood films. And it doesn't.
India's a different, it's when you see a picture of reality, it changes you. And so when I saw what India really, I haven't been, but I did live in Japan, and some people were like, okay, let me school you about India. And they, you know, they show you pictures and you're just like, oh, but this place is nice and this place is nice. And Chantal thinks, she just sees what she sees in movies. And that's what she believes the world is, you know? But oh, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to mention, just like when she was going to Cuba, remember, she was going to see all these little Cuban children on the street that she was going to give candy to. Oh,
God. In the land of sugar, taking candy. Girl, stop.
Their mothers would have beaten her.
Oh, yeah. Like, don't give my child anything. You unwashed Yankee.
Off.
Like, get out of here.
But it's kind of like that same idea. Like, she assumed that she was going to see, like, these little Cuban children running around on the streets on her resort. Like, that makes no sense. And so, like, it's this kind of like the same idea that, like, she thinks that, you know, what she thinks of these places.
I think she perpetually thinks that she's Julia Roberts in Eat, Pray, Love. Like, she's going to be, like, traveling the world, and, you know, everybody around is going to, like, love her and, like, chase her down the street because, like, this beautiful white woman, you know, come to save us.
She
I can't
really
even imagine her in India.
It's like, no, people are going to be running away from her, not running to her.
Right. But, like, can you imagine her, like, white savior complex in India? That would...
Oh, God.
Where does that come from?
Throw her in the ocean at that point.
Hey, all. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Did you guys hear that she said she didn't have a toothbrush since Cuba?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's literally what I came on here for.
I mean, you want to throw up.
Oh my God.
She used those little they're like little mouthwash, little like pick things. She had
That's
gotten
disgusting.
Pete had picked those up when they were in the store because she asked for a toothbrush. He's like, "Oh,
so you mean to tell me out of two adults, neither one of them has an extra toothbrush? Like I have like 16 in my house.
Same.
Lord have mercy. I have like a multi-pack right now. I just don't understand it. I'm like, so she was in Cuba not brushing her teeth.
Ugh.
I said, oh my God. She's like, oh my gosh, her teeth is so yellow. I was like, oh my goodness. No, she didn't.
Oh my gosh. That's not surprising, but it is disgusting.
But then she also mentioned something about using like this charcoal stuff. And I thought she was talking about toothpaste, but obviously not, because you don't have a toothbrush.
Well, somebody on the farms had mentioned that she's been missing her toothbrush since I think February.
Yeah, it's been at Nader.
So
she said that.
She hasn't like gotten a toothbrush since that. Like, I fully believe that she has not. And like, she could order anything online. So COVID is not an excuse for like being filthy. I don't understand it.
And aren't you supposed to replace your toothbrush after every like major illness? You're supposed to get rid of that and get a new one.
Right.
Imagine what her tongue looks like.
Oh, ew.
I'm sorry I made everyone think about that.
I don't want to imagine any orifice of Foodie Beauty.
I just don't want to imagine her. She has appeared in my dreams, and I'm like, oh God, no, please.
Oh no.
That's when you know it's gone too far.
Okay, so she's due for an ER medical event. I'm not counting the fake COVID. What do we think is gonna go wrong? It can't be the diabetes, because she cured the diabetes, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be some.
I was gonna say, I think it was earlier. Didn't she mention something about her stomach hurting? Something about like, oh, my stomach hurts. I think it was in her live from earlier. So maybe it'll be some kind of stomach issue. Who knows?
It's probably because she's eaten like just yesterday. I think she ate like 6 meals. Who the hell eats that much when they have COVID? When I had COVID, I could barely move, let alone like eat 12 tons of freaking. Like, I think it was a Badusi that said, like, she has COVID, but she's eating like a shoebox full of food.
That's good.
It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense.
And somebody mentioned in her chat on one of the videos that like, oh, don't you have COVID? Like, why are you eating so much? And she's like, everybody's different, okay? I can be hungry and have COVID or something like that, because like, why are you so hungry if you have COVID?
It's like, have you even ever been sick before, Chantal? Like,
Oh, she's sick right now. She's just using all the drugs to hide the pain. That was something that I wanted to talk about, because Mel B, I don't see Mel B in the chat, but Monty mentioned a theory that he had, and maybe you can expound on it. But Monty made a point that Chantal was using the green so heavily because she was dealing with a lot of pain because of her weight. Just the way she had to carry it had to be uncomfortable. And the more I thought about it, it makes a lot of sense. Like, so
like 20 pounds of just, what fupa, as she calls it, like just hanging there, that has to hurt.
It has to, right? But like, do you guys think that the use of, because I do believe she's using, or like she's either using some hard illicit drugs, or she's abusing some prescription medication, or both. I don't know. I'm not sure, but she's using something besides weed. Because I live in a place where everybody smokes weed and nobody acts like that unless they're doing other stuff with it. So what are your thoughts? Like, do you guys think that her pain, just assuming she has chronic pain, do you guys think her pain is getting worse? Or
I think
absolutely.
She's seen Nader that she's doing.
I think she has pain from within. I don't know anything about her physical pain, but I think she's hurting on the inside. It needs to talk to somebody.
I believe she uses the green for various reasons, if you want to ask me. I think it could be because of the pain that she has, both physically and mentally. And I also think it has to do with her using the other drugs, or the other things, and using it to kind of simmer down. Because I personally know a lot, honestly, most of my family are drug addicts. I'm just going to put that out there. And most of them use it to kind of bring themselves down. So I honestly believe she also uses it for that. But that's just my theory.
I think she also smokes because she thinks it's cool. Like we've all seen her like smoking those pink blunts, like very like femme fatale, sexy, whatever, and doesn't inhale anything.
She tries.
Yeah.
Like it's a waste.
She just looks like a moron doing it.
Everybody's so angry about that too. It's like inhale, damn it! And she just won't do it. And it's I don't even smoke, but it's like I can tell that nothing is happening. Just
same.
Just oh my gosh, it's just such a freaking waste. And it's I think about it because I think about. I know she doesn't care. She doesn't care about her health or whatever. But I just often wonder, like, there's going to be a real medical event one of these days, and it's not going to be a distraction. You know what I mean? It just makes me wonder.
She gets that attitude like, you can't tell me what I can and can't do. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, do you want to? I mean, you say these things. You say 1 minute you don't want to die and everything, but then you're like.
I don't think she's come to terms with the fact that she is, I wouldn't say very close to death, but it is looming. You can't be that size, especially at her height. Like she's so tiny and having all that weight, eating all that junk. But I think she honestly hasn't come to terms with it because this whole like acting younger than she is, it almost seems like this sounds really kind of morbid, but like she's like hasn't come to terms with death and she's scared of like getting older.
She's definitely scared of getting older.
She's being this young girl trying to chase being young because she's scared that she hasn't done anything with her life.
But she has the best luck in the world, so
yeah, she's got the devil's luck. That girl gonna outlive.
But that can
okay, that's what people like that do. They outlive people. So I would say she has the best luck. She just keeps on going and going and going and going. No consequences whatsoever.
Yeah, but how long is that luck gonna last?
That's the question, right? That's the question. Like she's, laughing about COVID, something that the whole freaking world, no one has. I don't know anybody that hasn't been touched by COVID,
Right.
And she's just laughing about it,
True. In some degree, it could be we got COVID or a family member or extended family member, a friend, a coworker, a schoolmate, or somebody that knows somebody. Everybody by now has had some sort of degree of touching of being touched by COVID at some level. So yeah, you're right.
Coming back to the luck thing, I think as long as she's with Nader, she thinks she's invincible, like especially now. Like as long as I have Nader,
She got Nader on her channel. What?
Yeah.
Can't tell her
my
nothing.
channel's back.
You can't tell her nothing now. She's got
Nader has been her storyline.
Say that again.
He's been her storyline. I said he's been her storyline for like a whole year now. So I mean, he is making her money if you think about it. He's been making her money.
But he screwed himself when he dissed those mods, when he dissed those people that genuinely cared for him and cared about him. He screwed himself. He's never going to get that support back. He's not Chantal. Chantal has a way of,
manipulating
those beezers, but Nader is not able to garner that kind of sympathy, that kind of, like Chantal is likable to those people on some level.
Like today, she's I remember her saying, hey, I unblocked everybody.
Yeah, she's like, I'll welcome you back. Here, you can come back to me. I want you back. And she's good with that pushing and the pulling. But the way Nader just, totally disrespected those people, I don't think they're coming back. Because
I definitely think Nader's lost people for sure.
But wouldn't you who would sit there and have somebody degrade them like that over and over and over again? Like sometimes I wonder what's wrong with these people for even staying there and watching them like that. Like I could never give you my view. I'm sorry. Not the way you disrespect.
Right. With Chantal, honestly, I think a lot of them just want to see the train wreck. They want to see what happens. So they keep going. And then some of them, they, they reinforce it. They tell her to do things because they want to see what happens. They want to see, they want to see it. And so with Chantal, that's the big thing, is they just want to see what happens.
And a lot of those people are trolls. No lie. They are trolls, but some
that's
of those,
kind of where I was trying to go with that. Yeah.
Some of those people do like her. They genuinely like her. I don't know.
I'm in shock.
If there was a man that took my crusty undies and put them on the internet for everybody to see, there's no amount of sex that he could give me to make me want him again. There's nothing he could do sexually, emotionally. There's nothing he could do. He could mow grass. He could be doing all the odd jobs. There's nothing he could do. There's no coming back from that. But for some reason, I'm like, Chantal, there are other people out there that want your body type. You just have to go find them. Like, she found the bottom of the barrel, for hookups. She just, it's like, go and find somebody else, but she won't do it. She just won't do it.
And what I found funny too is
she has no shame.
In her stream about what happened over the weekend or whatever, she mentioned being embarrassed. Oh, this is my first time being embarrassed. Is this what being embarrassed feels like? Girl, he showed your underwear and put your clothes on and made fun of you. And this is the first time you're embarrassed? I don't really believe that.
Exactly. I remember her BB days. And I'm like, how did she go from BB to Nader? How did that happen?
I don't know.
I remember when the first time I saw her, I was searching up Canadian YouTubers or something like that, and I saw her on the screen. I think she was just on the cuffs from the makeup stuff to going into eating the food. And I remember listening to her story times. That's what made me not like her as the story times. I'm like, I don't like this woman. The way she talked about how she treated people in her past, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so vile.
We saw the signs then. We just didn't know.
I remember
we just didn't know.
Yes. Remember when she used to be sitting down there talking about her past lovers, and BB was sitting right there watching the TV, the Korean dramas and stuff? Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, how could she do that to her boyfriend? He's right. Who wants to hear about your sexual escapades that you had back in the day with other men, and your man is right there? So disrespectful.
That's what made me wonder why he left her.
BB didn't give two shits. BB did not care. After a while, BB did not care.
He didn't.
He was so disconnected that it was just he really didn't care. He already knew he was going to leave her.
It is a normal reaction. That is a normal reaction. His checking out was normal. Mm-hmm. We would be so shocked if BB was still with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But then Chantal gets that behavior times 1,000. Maybe that's her karma in Nader. And she's chasing this dude. She's chasing him. I don't understand it. I don't.
It's a moment of weakness, you guys.
That's not a moment of weakness. You should have left him. You should have left him when he had your underwear and he broke your CPAP.
You don't get
Girl.
She should have left when the meth pipe got involved.
And I don't think that's
I would have hid my face for the world. Nobody would see me ever again, okay? I'd have been under a rock somewhere, hiding.
Change your name, leave the country, just all of that.
Right.
They'll be like, oh, it's this and this person. I'm like, who's that? That's not me.
I don't know. I don't know whose underwear that is. That's not my YouTube channel. I don't know.
I'm surprised.
I don't know her.
I'm surprised the Coke wasn't the first thing, unless the meth thing happened first. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what's surprising. You go to this man's house and he's offering you meth, and you come online to be like as if it's something quirky and cute. Oh, he offered me meth and we tried it.
I mean,
no, let's serial killer vibes run.
But he didn't offer her, did he? It was just on the ground and she tried it. I don't think he technically offered her. I think she just found it on the ground and decided to try it, according to her.
And she had the nerve to say BB was boring. I'm like, girl, I would take the boring any day other than the chaos you get with Nader. Are you crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, BB didn't want to do crack, so why would she stay with him?
I wanted a clean house.
I just can't imagine.
It wasn't about that crack life, so she had to move on.
And what do you guys think about
some boxes on the floor?
And we knew she was going to do it. She got on YouTube and she lied about the rendezvous. She lied about it. and we know she did. So what's going to happen now? Because we know that Dede and Nader are going to make her mad, and she's going to retract everything. That's coming.
But I mean, it seems like from what I'm hearing now, Dede's angry with Nader, and I don't know.
Well, Nader's going to have to sweep
her behind out of this. That's what Dede should have done. Because how do you get yourself involved with a hot mess like that is beyond me. Like, you see this woman going through hell on the internet. You're going to involve yourself in this situation?
Exactly.
Well, now she doesn't have a job, so what are they going to do now? I mean,
allegedly.
That's what they're saying in the chat of FFG, so I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard. So hopefully it's not true, because I feel bad for anybody that doesn't have a job right now. Because I'm freshly out of Toronto, I'm searching, and it's really hard to find jobs in Toronto, especially. So I could imagine what it's like in Montreal too. It's probably really hard to find a job. So
an actual job, so that's
yeah.
You know, that's what people are saying, but I'm not going to believe it until I see some kind of proof. But I mean, it is possible that she lost her job, but until I see some kind of proof, I'm not going to believe it, because rumors get started all the time, especially when it comes to these people.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't
doing that for cash anyway.
Yeah, could be. And honestly, she was warned by her coworker way early on, like when she kind of like first emerged. Like, I think one of her coworkers was like, "Girl, like, you have a job, like, you don't put this in jeopardy, you know, like, leave this guy," you know, and she obviously didn't. So I wouldn't doubt if she did lose her job, because all it takes is for someone at her job to see like who she's associating with and like all the, you know, gross shit that he does, and I'm sure she could get fired for that.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, we don't know until it's confirmed, we don't know.
There's two things that are going around. One, that she lost her job. Two, that she has a black eye. I cannot confirm nor even deny any of these. I'm just gonna wait until there's concrete proof that any of these two things did happen. What did why are people saying a black eye though? Is it because she went out on the weekend, girls' night, so they think Nader attacked her? I guess that's it.
He weighs like 6 pounds though.
But the size difference is profound, even when they're sitting beside each other. Like Dede can handle him.
Honestly, like he's like almost the size of like one of her arms. Like,
I'm saying, like, yo, Dede can just handle him just like that.
And she
would have still a man, I guess. I don't know what to say. I guess he's still a man. I guess he has strength that we don't know, but I have no idea. I don't know.
He's I'm a real man, Dede, and Dede's like, I'll show you
I'll show you a real man.
He can flip and he'd fall over.
That dude eats and eats, and he doesn't gain a pound.
What I find
I wonder why. It's probably that.
Right.
What I find
little jabbies.
Right.
What I find so funny is that Chantal like posted that picture of that like really buff guy and was like, "Oh, this is my type," and then we look at Nader, and he literally he looks like a young, like if you've ever seen like a young little, not a toddler, but a little bit older, and he's like wants to work out with his dad, you know, and he's like this scrawny little thing, and he literally looks like a child.
He has the chest of an adolescent. I'm not even.
He really does. It's like all concaved and like there's no muscle on that man.
Not a bit of muscle.
It is just bone.
The only reason why you can see any muscle that he has on his arm is because it's so like scrawny, like just like because there's nothing there, you can just see like the tiniest muscle that he has on his arm,
and it just looks like a little walnut, like.
And he always wants
at
to
least we know two women want him, so 2 men somewhere want him, you know. Chantal and Dede fighting over him, like
yeah, exactly.
Yes. He looks like those kids. Yes.
Yeah, that kid is like more.
This is little Hercules back in the day. If anybody remembers him. Yeah.
That kid is more ripped than Nader.
Right.
Nader doesn't even have that.
This is little Hercules now. So this is when it was 8, 16, 26. It's like going backwards. Yes. It's like, what's that movie with
How are
Who
you
was
more
that
jacked as
actor
an
that went
8-year-old
back?
though?
Right, look how jacked he is.
How are you jacked? Like, how do you get that much muscle? Like, what are y'all feeding that child? And now
That
as a
has to be
26-year-old,
roids.
he's like, I gotta calm down on the roids. I'm 26, I gotta calm down.
What are you feeding these children?
What's really
I'm
going
scared.
on? What's going on? Jeez.
I
That's
don't
crazy.
think they look
Him
anything
at
like that.
26
They
now
get
looks like what
wishes.
Nader looks like. That is
Right.
like Nader's physique. Is it
So
like
this
26?
is The Curious Case of Benjamin Button was the movie. Kind of, it's like that, but backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened, dude? At 26, you just stopped eating? What happened?
Probably just
Look,
stopped
this
working
guy-
out.
Monty,
Look
It's like
at
you're
that
not
8-year-old,
popular anymore,
man.
so what's the use?
Right?
If my 8-year-old had abs like that, I'd be concerned. Like, what's going on?
I'm scared.
Food?
Be so
Like, there's
scared.
something in this water. No way.
Why is my child more jacked
No,
than I am?
Monty, look up Little Giants Jake Berman.
Okay. All right. I'll check it out. Give me a
Oh
second.
no.
And that's exactly who I have in my head. That's what I picture every time I see him, like shirtless and flexing. I don't know if y'all have ever seen Little Giants, but
It sounds
No.
familiar, but probably not.
it's a movie from the 90s. But this one
Oh, they're
particular
probably
scene is so funny. Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Nader.
That's literally what I see, glasses and all.
Yes.
That is
Just give him a
Nader.
bowl cut and boom.
I can't unsee it. Like whenever I see him flexing,
And he's always got his shirt off. Like,
and wearing the same sweats, like
Right, he just said, just Google a featherless bird. He does look like a featherless bird.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I think she's still live, I guess. I don't know what she's saying, what she's doing, but
he's
we're
not
gonna
talking about anything. She just went live because we are.
Well, okay. I see.
I don't know. I haven't been over there to see what she's talking about. I just know she's not talking about anything.
Oh, well, that's
like coked up.
unfortunate.
Yeah. She's doing a whole lot of nothing.
Like I know what she's doing. She has nothing going on. She made all these community posts, and instead of working on something, she's like, I'm just gonna go live so I can have some attention because I don't want to face my garbage piles. That's why she's live.
Right, exactly. So true. So
Someone said she's
eating.
eating a fish with its head still on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Someone said that in chat just now.
Somebody said what?
She's eating a fish with its head still on.
She knows you're supposed to take that off, right?
So on her community tab, she put that she was doing like a giveaway for her top tier VIPs, but I thought everybody that joined was getting a souvenir.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well, because
wasn't
you're
it a
gonna pay a
postcard?
certain amount and then you're supposed to be getting something every month.
Right. And now it's that she's doing a giveaway. She's gonna do one giveaway per trip to the people in her top tier. So that doesn't make any sense to me.
On her YouTube, right? Because she canceled her Patreon. That's just what I heard.
Yeah,
that she
her
canceled her
Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah, she canceled Patreon because I guess she couldn't keep up with it or whatever.
Yeah, I think she's realized that she's not gonna get all these like souvenirs and magnets or whatever. And like honestly, it's just a way for her to get more money by having that tier and people, oh, I'm gonna get a souvenir from you. Let me sign up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then watch, they're not gonna get anything.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I literally just saw her chat right now. It said $15. Somebody sent a super chat that said $15 a month for a chance to win a shitty magnet and coffee is gross.
Exactly.
Like not even her members are buying this bullshit. Sorry, bull crap.
Well, the people
Sorry
that
for
send
going in and
super
out.
chats, the people that send super chats aren't anybody can send a super chat, right? You don't have to be VIB to send a super chat, I think.
Which is what she wants. She comes on and she hopes that people send super chats. That's what she wants.
We're getting a little bit of feedback. Somebody might be in the kitchen cooking. Do you mind muting
Oh,
whenever you're?
sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Thanks. I'd appreciate that. All right. So, what were we were saying that? Yeah. It's about the super chats and about her so-called content, if you want to call it that. Hey, Taylor Vaughn, welcome. Andrea, were you in the kitchen? Was that you? I guess we lost Andrea. Might be a bit
I
busy.
put something in the oven and the
Oh,
rack
okay.
was
I
shaking, so
see.
I'm
No, no
sorry.
problem. No problem. Well,
But yeah, she just wants she goes live so often because the super chats are what she's gunning for. And if she knows she has like 1,000 people watching and like 30 will be chatting, but
mhm.
people will want to say things. And so she tries to be outlandish and she'll put on a ugly dress or she'll do something to try to get people to make comments, you know,
Right.
for those super chats to get her attention.
Even just like people sending $1, $2 to tell her like what a mess she is, like that I don't understand.
Yeah,
Like you're still contributing.
yes.
Like these add up, just to tell her
Yes.
that she's like she's crap and like why.
Yeah, I can just come over to Monty's channel and make all the comments I want for free.
And she'll
I'm
see
a
it.
member of this channel, but I'm a member of his main channel, but I would not. I wouldn't give her. I wouldn't give her a dime.
Mm-mm.
I would not give her a dime, especially after the rant she went on, the hate rant. I wouldn't give her a dime. Just to. She knows she's a mess, and she won't take any responsibility for the things she can fix. And I think that's the most disgusting thing about Chantal is to have this opportunity with YouTube, to have the following that she has, and to just go ahead.
I'm curious. Do you think the rant in Cuba the very last night? Do you think she ended up getting some, like?
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't
No,
think so.
I think it was
I heard her do
withdrawals.
I heard like a nose huff in there. At
I
one
think
point.
she
It was like
definitely did.
slight.
And that's why
I
her
don't.
laptop is missing.
It's been back and forth for
I think
people.
that's really Chantal. I think that's
Yeah,
her
some
true
people have been
personality.
saying that she did. Some people were saying that she didn't. So
Well,
yeah.
I believe she drank all that rum. That's what I think. She definitely drank the rum. I don't know if she was just angry drunk or she was just, being Chantal, but I think that was the real her. And
Yeah, because go ahead.
no, I just think it's possible that she got a hold of something. I don't know if it was necessarily the coke, but
Well, according to Island Dreamer, though, she said that it would be really hard for them to bring substances into the resort. So I'm kind of just going based off that because I know she has more insight than we do, but you never know. They could stick it somewhere or whatever. You never know. But
I don't think anybody would risk it for her. She's
Right.
stupid. Like people do those kinds of things when there's no risk, when there's no um there's little to no possibility of them being wounded from the deal. And there are absolutely some people that some dealers will not deal with just because they look a certain way. And Chantal is not a person, in my opinion, that a person who deals will risk being associated with because she's I don't want to use a derogatory word, but she's believed what I think they would refer to as a gringa in every sense of the word. Like they just would not fool with her.
And
I don't
Cuba's
think
no
so.
joke either. Cuba
Uh,
does not play games. You could go to jail for like the smallest things there.
oh yeah.
With, a law or something. So I don't think she was high. I think she was just a fool. Like she normally is. I just think it was anger and rage. I think she was
Yeah,
trying to get a hold of Nader, and I don't think he was talking to her.
exactly.
And I
And
think
that
she
was the
just
real
exploded.
Chantal. That was the real Chantal. And
Right.
I think we're gonna get another one of those because she came back online and she smoothed everything over. Oh, I was being a stalker. I was being this. I was being that. And as soon as he goes back to Montreal and cuts her off again and starts playing house with Dede again, we are going to get a massive rage. And she'll say, all kinds of disgusting stuff, and people will still support her. But I just think, it's such a waste. What a waste of a life. Man,
Very true.
she could be doing so much.
Yeah,
Right?
whiskers
She could
first
even
and
go
waste
back
of
to
everything.
school.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to do that, especially when she could just sit in front of a camera, eat food, talk a lot of
Exactly.
nonsense, and get paid monies that even if she went and got a PhD or two, she may or may not even make that amount. So why would you put yourself through like 10 years, right?
Right.
Right.
Schooling
Of
for that
hard
stuff.
work.
Yeah,
But how long will that last, though, Monty? That's not gonna last forever.
exactly. Yeah,
Right?
And
we
she
all
has
think it won't.
nothing.
I don't know.
She,
Very true.
I see it lasting a lot longer than we think, because I feel like the older she gets and the more stunted she is mentally, like age-wise, it's going to be even more entertaining to see like a 50-year-old woman, 60-year-old woman
man.
doing stuff like this. We're going to be like, what the hell? Like, this is
Oh,
outrageous
It's gonna be sadder too.
and sadder.
yeah, for sure. Sunshine Granny said Nader's chat just started the black eye rumor because Dede wouldn't read chat or go on camera. Then they threatened a welfare check on her. Oh, okay.
Maybe that's where the cop thing came from. People saying the cops went there because people were saying they were gonna do a welfare check. I look like crap.
Ah,
Hey,
cute
kitty,
kitty.
kitty.
She wanted to be on camera, so there she is.
Oh,
Cute.
what a cutie. Ray, you don't look like crap. You just don't have all the I mean, when we look like ourselves, honestly, we look fine. Like the filters are starting to get really strange for me, because
Right.
like it's doing something with her eyes that I don't like. Like her eyes are already, weirdly spaced to me, in my opinion. Not to say she's ugly. I'm not talking about her face, because I have said her face is pretty, but the filter is doing something with her eye spacing, and it's freaking me out. And so like I don't think anybody on our panel has been using filters. Like when I look at people on the panel, I'm like, okay, this is a normal face. And I don't know if that's true, but I can tell looking at Chantal online, I'm like, that's not right. It's not real.
I don't like filters anyways. I don't know who invented that thing, but it's just like, why?
Why?
I feel like it's so fake. Like,
Lies.
I know.
Like, there's nothing, I mean, obviously there's nothing wrong with using filters, but when you start to like blur the line between what you really look like and what you see in the camera, because all she does is stare at herself through that filter 24/7.
Right?
So she has this like skewed
What?
view
Yeah.
of herself, and I don't think she'll ever like actually know what she truly looks like.
Or she wants to forget. It's
Yeah,
like
true.
it's like a reality filter
Well,
for her.
you remember when she got caught on Nader's camera and she saw herself.
She was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want to.
She didn't want to look at it. She didn't want to do it.
Well,
I gotta head out, so it was nice being on panel though.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I
much.
don't know
Yeah,
who
take
that
care. That was Andrea.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye bye. Ham Pants apology that as well. Yeah, she loves her Samsung filtered camera. Let's just put it that way. So I think she's still live. I probably will maybe try and come on this channel again tonight, if not for sure tomorrow, because I'm back to a regular schedule. But maybe it's time we say our closing thoughts. Maybe you'll start, Andrea.
We're in the cycle now where after the live for Nader, we usually get the real deal. Even though I think we all know the real deal. So it's the ball is, I think, back in Nader and Dede's court. So I think
Mm-hmm.
we'll get some activity from there, and then Chantal will rage again.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Ray Ray. Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah, I like at this point, Chantel is just if she, it hasn't already been over there, whatever. At this point, she's just ready for someone to tell her, all right, you want you want to come over, like she's just yeah, I think she's just waiting for something from one of them. But yeah, um, yeah, that's about it. I liked being on panel with everybody today. I wasn't on camera because, like I said, I look like crap, but yeah, it was nice.
All right, thank you, Ray Ray. Lynn Smith is asking, did Dede really lose her job? I cannot confirm or deny that. That's one of two things that's been coming up. Did she lose her job? Did she have a black eye? I don't know. So we're gonna have to either confirm that or that whether it's true or false in the next few days. Ali Lou, if you're still there, you have any closing thoughts?
Oh yeah, just thanks for having me again. It's always so much fun to, gossip and whatnot. And I'm interested to see where this next storyline goes because I think she's on the snow again. So we're in for a bumpy ride.
Yeah, like Snow from Toronto. Infama. I just had to. I'm sorry.
Exactly that. Yes.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ali Lou, SJ Walker.
Well, I guess I just wanted to say, like, I think, I think it was silly that they, I know this is from quite a while ago now, but I think it was silly that they called the hotel because I knew, like, the moment I remember that I clicked on one of your lives and you said Nader was filming from a hotel. I knew from that moment she had already planned it in advance, and I was like, oh dang. So it does make me wonder now, are there even charges? Is there even a restraining order? Is there any of that? Because it makes you wonder now. And now she gets mad when people are like telling her, like, come on, we know you're doing stuff with Nader. And she's like, well, can't I have a private life? Like, so I don't know. And I think it's still going on too.
As Jay Walker, a lot of people are paralleling your train of thought when it comes to this. A lot of people have said this is all not real, this is all made up, but they do sometimes go off script when one or two or all of them get angry because the other players in the game aren't playing fair with or saying certain things that are crossing the line, if you know what I mean. So I can totally see it as, they're meeting with each other or they're conferring what they're going to say to get the views, because at the end of the day it's all about the monies, right? They know they get more money whenever there's drama, whenever there's a story that will pull people back in. Because I was saying before, like a week 2 weeks ago, Nader was only getting less than 200 people, and before, like mid-December, once again he had like 2,000 people in his chat when he did that 6-hour rant.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of stock to what you're saying. So we shall see. The Rose Talk, are you there?
Hello? Yeah, I'm here. I was gonna say it's a manipulation for me. Cause like I just know when she gets on, hi guys. I'm sick. I think I have COVID. I'm like, girl, we know you're trying to soften the blow because everybody's angry at you right now. So I was like, yeah, she's just acting right now. I don't believe she has COVID personally. I just don't. I think she just has a cold and she's just putting on because she'll be like, oh, I don't have taste right now. Then she'll eat something like 5 minutes later and she's like, I'm like, girl, stop
Right.
lying.
Exactly.
Like,
Why is she making the sounds as if she can taste the food when she doesn't have taste in
exactly.
the first place? Don't make no
As
sense.
she's right. As she said, I am very manipulative. So, girl, as Maya Angelou said, if people show you who they are, believe them. And guess what? I believe her. Okay. So that's all I have to say about that. But I really enjoyed this panel. I probably will pop up on here again. So I enjoyed it. And thank you, Monty.
Thank you, Rose
Thank
Talker. I
you.
appreciate you. Thank you, everybody that's been here. I appreciate each and every one of you that have been on the panel. Andrea, Ray Ray, SJ Walker, Ali Lou, Rose Talk, Fauna Woods was here, and I believe one or two other people. Appreciate you always coming on panel, or if it's your first time, welcome. You're always welcome again. Thanks, everybody. I'm out,
Thank you,
and I will see you
Monty.
Thank
soon.
you, Monty.
Take care.
Thank
Bye bye.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.